This is Ricky and Bethan reporting for Wicid.tv with Derek Brockway, the BBC's weatherman.
And walking connoisseur.
I'm walking.
Haven't been called that before.
I do enjoy the series. It's fun. How was it being the best weatherman out there? I do. Most popular in Wales then?
Well, I'm not always popular. It depends what weather I bring. But it's a job that I've always wanted to do. Not actually being on television, but I've always wanted to be a weatherman or a meteorologist since I was a boy aged 8. Growing up in Barry, that's when my interest in the weather started. It was a very hot summer, there was a drought, and I became fascinated by the weather. So I knew when I grew up and left school that I wanted to be a weatherman.
How was that transitioning from being interested in weather into the world of television?
Well, television just kind of happened by chance because I was forecasting the weather in Birmingham, and a job came up in London which I applied for and got. Most of the work was behind the scenes, but I did have to go in front of the camera, and it was across the UK live. My first broadcasts were on a Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, right at the end of a night shift, so I was very tired and very nervous, but probably most people didn't see me because it was early on a Sunday morning, so they were in bed, so it was probably a good job. But from there I came back to Cardiff, and being in the right place at the right time, really. There was an opening at BBC Wales because Helen Willards had taken promotion in London, and they offered me the job, so and that was in September 1997.
Do you come across many libraries when you're out walking and stuff?
Well, one or two libraries as I pass a couple of libraries as I walk around Wales, but it's great to be here in Monmouth today to be part of to launch the Welsh Libraries Festival, because libraries are an important part of people's lives, you know, and it's not just all about books. There's lots of things you can do in libraries these days. You can go on the internet, and they're a valuable resource for people across the country, and you can come here and do courses and learn lots of new skills as well. So it's great to be here today, and I notice over there they've got a few of my walking books as well, so that's quite nice to see.
Where is the best place you've ever walked? Where's the best?
The best place? That's a difficult question because so much of Wales is there's so much choice across the whole country. Pembrokeshire, the Vale of Glamorgan, the South Wales Valleys, the Gwent Levels. You know, I've been everywhere. Snowdonia, the Vale of Clwyd, the Sunny Valley. There's so much to discover out there, and for example, my brother and sister had never been to the top of Pen y Fan, which is a great shame in the Brecon Beacons. Difficult to pick my favourite place. I do love Pembrokeshire, and I like the big mountains in Snowdonia as well.
Talk about big mountains. What's your opinion on volcanoes?
Volcanoes. Well, I did study geology when I was in the sixth form, so I do like volcanoes and earthquakes as well. And a couple of years ago I went to Sicily, and we were staying in a hotel, and in the distance there I could see lava trickling down from Mount Etna, so that was really fascinating.
Ricky wanted to know whether you'd actually, if you've ever given a wrong broadcast, whether people have come up to you and hit you with umbrellas. That was totally his idea.
Well, I've never been hit by an umbrella, but I suspect that a few people wouldn't mind hitting me over the head sometimes. We try and get the forecast right, but now and again we do get caught out. And there was one occasion, I've never done a Michael Fish and not forecast a hurricane. But I did forecast heavy rain, and instead we had heavy snow, which caused a few problems. And there was one year that I was the hero and forecast snow. The following day I said would be dry, and there was another 6 inches of snow, and then I was the villain. So you have to have a thick skin in this job, and also a sense of humour as well. And all you can do at the end of the day is your best.
Do you get noticed much in the street? Do people recognise you if you're out and about? Or?
Yeah, it does happen. I've been recognised not just in Wales, but when I've been on holiday in Ibiza and Cuba as well, walking through a tropical rainforest, and I bumped into somebody from Pwllheli. But most people are really friendly and nice, and you can have a chat with them. And
so no umbrellas thrown at you on the
no.
whenever someone sees you.
No umbrellas
no
or
thrown your way or anything.
No, and occasionally you get people who say you've got the forecast wrong, or they'll say you're spot on, and thanks for the sunshine.
We're a BBC family in my house. We tend to find it quite accurate most of the time anyway. So.
Yeah. She's just being nice. No, I'm joking. We're into music, and Wicid.tv is a big part of the thing. So we'll do it quick fire. See if you.
We wanted to know what sort of music you were into. So.
I have a wide range of music I like, depending on my mood. Really, I like classical music. What am I on the way here today in Monmouth? I'm listening to Michael Jackson's hits. I've just bought a Michael Bublé CD, and what else? I like Depeche Mode. I also like rock music as well, which may surprise a few people. White Snake, Def Leppard, things like that. So a big variety.
I've got a bit of a little debate going on with one of my friends. What's better, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
For me, I prefer the Beatles.
Yes, that's what I said too.
That's one of life's greatest questions.
Have you got any to add?
Yeah, we've got a quick fire round, I think, that we've just mocked up in the car.
We're going to just throw some questions
Okay.
at you now. Radiohead or Coldplay?
Coldplay.
Harry Potter or Twilight?
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Good man.
That was the right answer.
Never heard of Twilight.
That was also the right answer. iMac or a Rain Mac?
Rain Mac, definitely.
That was a tedious link to the walk-in. Yeah.
What else have we got? Books or e-books?
Books.
Definitely.
Yeah. What do you think of the new technology when it comes to books?
To be honest, I don't know much about it. I just like the idea of. I know that you can read newspapers online, but I much prefer sort of sitting down on a Sunday morning with a big mug of steaming coffee and just chilling out and picking up a newspaper and actually reading it and turning the pages. And that's the same for sort of books as well. It doesn't appeal. It doesn't appeal to me to sort of read a book on a screen at all.
It's the feel, the
But I'm old-fashioned,
Yeah.
I always tend to be a couple of years behind, and I haven't got an iPhone yet. But give it 18 months, and I'll probably have one.
It just doesn't compare to the smell of the paper or pulling a book off a shelf and having a bookmark and stuff like that.
Yeah, you missed the
Don't get
bookmark with technology, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. I miss the bookmark.
All right, thank you anyway, Der. Yeah. And
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in the future.
Okay, thanks. This is Ricky and Bethan reporting for Wicid.tv. Bye.
Enjoy the sunshine.